Testing 1 2 3. I sincerely apologize. Couldn't get my webcam to work, so that's why you're only hearing my voice only. And that means tomorrow I'm gonna have to go and grab a new web. I'm gonna have to get a new webcam or something like that. Get a new camera for this computer. But then, in the meantime, the show must go on. And thank you for being patient with me as I try to sort out those issues. It's been quite a week, and I don't really want to go into politics that much. This show, I feel like, is a positive vibe show, and politics really, that doesn't really reach the air. But unfortunately, we have to begin with breaking news coming out of Pennsylvania, as the former President Donald Trump, who's currently running as a Republican candidate for the 2024 election, was involved in a serious incident where he was unfortunately being fired at by a shooter who's now confirmed dead. And the Donald Trump himself is fine. President Biden has spoken out about this along with several others in the United States government, and this is going to change pretty much everything. Well, not everything. This is the eve of the Republican National Convention, and now security at these events will have to be reevaluated as things continue to as the story continues to develop. And enough politics. I don't really, again, this show really doesn't, there's not really room. I feel like we shouldn't be we shouldn't really be focusing on politics on the show. I try to come up with lighthearted, more positive topics, but because it was developing just before the show was going on the air, I wanted to bring that to your attention as well. Shifting to more exciting news from the week. Rachel and Rod have returned from Italy. We're going to show pictures in a minute, especially of the second half of the leg. Where, according to what I see, there's interesting pictures of them in Rome, seeing the Colosseum and whatnot. So let me just try to download these here. And while I'm getting the pictures ready, these all look very impressive. Yes, very impressive to me. I've been trying to find work. I've had I've had a client from my IT business, somebody who owns a collectible and antique shop and sells all these different things to these customers. So I had to help her get the Macs set up, and I had to wipe and re-image the Macs, and I figured that was an easy job, and so I did all of that, and I got money for it. So that was, I got I think I got a total of $180 for my efforts. So that was wonderful news. And I usually don't. This is the time of the year where I usually don't. This is the time of the year where I usually don't have many customers come and work with me for my business. So I'm glad whenever a customer comes in and they want to work with me, I'm glad, because then I'm able to help them, and I'm able to help them use their computers. And so let me just. Okay, oh. Oh yes, and so I'm glad that they're able, and I'm hoping that they're able to pass word along to their friends and family, so that they know that they receive quality service from me. And uh, I'm trying to regather my thoughts. Okay. Trying to get those pictures ready, which I have right here. Okay. The photo library. So I was just happy to report the news that my business has received clients again. And I mean, and again, I don't mean to repeat myself, but that's very good news when somebody wants to be a client of mine. Somebody wants my business. They know that they trust me to do the job well, and they know that I have the skills and the qualifications to uh, get get their jobs done. Not only get their jobs done, but also, yes, it is very good news. I'm able to help. I'm able to make their day brighter by solving some sort of computer issue that they may not otherwise not know how to do, and that's why they're asking for me. That's why they're asking for my help. So I'm hoping for more business. Yes, I am hoping for more business moving forward. In the meantime, we're going to take a break and going to play some music, and then we're going to come back and share these pictures from Rachel and Rod's trip to Italy. I was envious that they even went. So we'll take a look at those, plus more coming up. Yep. So, just if you're not familiar with the music industry, how things usually go in the music business, we have Jay Z. In this case, the song that we just played, we have a rapper named Jay Z who did something called sample, which is essentially taking a clip or a segment out of another person's song and using it in their own song. And this happens a lot in the hip hop and the R&B, actually a lot in the music industry in general. Artists, when they create new songs, they take parts of old and existing songs and repurpose them or transform them in a way that makes it their own, and that is called the practice of sampling. And they usually do have to clear it with the artists who made the old or the original song first, and they have to give them songwriting credit, which I believe they did on this one. So that's why in new songs you hear some parts that remind you of old songs, because that's what they are. That's essentially what's going on here. You have that's exactly what's going on here. You have in this case Jay Z referencing the original Broadway cast. No, just a listening song. So and I was trying to explain the term sampling. Yep. So this is not a bump. No, this is not a bump it or dump it song. I was just trying to explain the concept of sampling. As I'm trying to explain the concept of sampling to you, where you take an existing song or an older song and you put it in the new song to make it your own, or at least to enhance the original music that you've had. Uh, and actually, there are some artists like Fatboy Slim where we heard the previous song before that. He is a genius of taking different types of songs, old songs, and combining them together to make it his own. So, and we might hear that later on. In the meantime, I want to take a look at these photos that Rachel sent me from their trip to Italy, and I wish either she or Rod were able to explain to me where these are. We know that these are in the Sicilian island there. I know they also went to Rome. I believe this is a view out of their Airbnb or their hotel. I don't know exactly. And I'd love to know what building this is. But it looks like they've had a wonderful time. These pictures here are very picturesque. Let's take a look. Down here again, these are all in Sicily. I don't know the exact names of the buildings. That's why I wish that we actually had Rod or Rachel explain to me where these are. Now they also took a trip to Rome, and I believe they're this is from the Vatican of the Sistine Chapel, where the Pope is. This must be inside. I'm very jealous that they were able to make it inside the Vatican. And again, this is a monument that reminds me a little bit of the Washington Monument, but this is all located in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, where the Vatican is. And now we have this other and again, I'm going through these pretty quickly because I'm just I don't know exactly what these are of or what we're looking at. So pardon me. I'm only going by the ones I recognize. Here's one inside the Colosseum, and as you can see here, it's different than what I thought it was going to be, but it's very impressive to take a look inside the Roman Colosseum. And then this is from outside. So again, keep in mind these were where uh, this is these are very historic landmarks, and a lot of interesting events were happening back in ancient Roman times. So it's impressive that that these structures are still standing and are being able to be preserved. And as I think about shifting gears to how the Olympics are going to be in Paris this year, and that's an even impressive city to visit. I've never been to Italy. I've never been to France. The farthest that I've traveled in Europe was Ireland and Scotland, and even that was a pretty good experience. So yes, the pictures are incredible. I'm envious. I'm jealous. I wish I could have taken that trip. The food would have been really good to eat as well. And I'm sure Rachel and Rod, the next time that they're able to join, Rachel and Rod should be able to give a more full detailed report about the actual trip, and I'll have them explain the stories behind these pictures. So, uh, so it's so we'll hear more about it as time goes on, and if any developments happen in my travels, I'll be sure to report that. But let's get back to the music, since we were already late as it is. Gonna take a break, play a trivia, maybe do one or two trivia questions. But it's not really fun with just two players on here. So stay tuned, and we'll be back with more right here on the Weekend Party. So you might have. Let me turn that a little bit down. Okay, so you might have noticed an extra window or an extra square pop up just before that song ended. That is what I call game mode. I know, Mom, you were saying last show that you were really didn't feel comfortable getting going out of this window to play a game. So we brought the so now I brought the game to the show, and so if anybody wants to play, we're gonna try to play this way. So what you would do is you would sign in with any one of these authentication methods, preferably sign in as guest, and then you'd be able to play. So if you want to try this, please let me know. If not, we can move on to something else or try to do. Then Alex is also on. Yes, and also Alex is on the show. Sure. Just Alex, I'm just letting Mom know that that you're actually on as well. So so if you want to play this game, please let me. If you want to play this game, please let me know. If you want to test out the game mode, please let me know, and we can try to give it a whirl. If not, we can move on to something else. But it's up to you. It's up to you. So if you want to, first of all, did you notice? Okay. Yeah, first of all, have you all noticed that there's an embedded page? There's now an embedded page in your browser. So, in addition to the live feed, there is also, you should also see a window that has all these different sign-on methods. Can you please tell me that you all have that, or is this something I'm only seeing? So I need for both of you to. I need for you to confirm. Yep. Are you, Alex? Are you playing on your phone, or are you listening on your phone or your computer? Is it too small for you to see? Let's go for okay. So you're able to participate. I'll give you the game code as soon as I can pull it up here. But the game code, if you want to enter, is here. And that's an I. That is a capital I at the end. So that's the game. What I just put in the chat is the game code to play the game. So what you want to do is you want to take that game code, put it in the text box, and then hit join game. And then I should be able to see you in the player's box here. And okay, so what you do here is you take that game code and then you would copy it into the text box again, and the game code is lowercase r, capital U, capital S, lowercase g, capital I. That's a capital I at the end, not a letter L. So what you do is you take that and you put it in the text box, and then you would hit join game. That's all you do. You would take that and you would put it in the text box. So again, that's lowercase r, Do you have a text box on your screen? It's in. And now I have to Now I'd have to start all over again. And now I'd have to start all over, or at least, because then doing that I'd have to refresh the page. So if you see... Oh, press single players. I'm sorry. You would start by hitting the single players button. Okay, you would... This is more complicated. I know it's more complicated than just asking a question and putting it in the text box. So I'll work on a way to simplify this game playing mechanism for future shows, and I apologize, Mom, if this is a complicated way to play. We'll think of one question, and then we will put it in the box. I'll put it in the chat, we'll play a song, and the first player to come up with the correct answer will win. So, sorry about that. I will find a simpler way to play games on the station moving forward. But please enjoy the next song. We'll have a trivia question being put in the chat, and then as the song's playing, you can answer it, and the first player to answer it will win the round. So here we go. Okay, it seems like this question kind of stumped. That's why I'm going to give some choices here. That's why I'm providing multiple choice. I'm about to provide multiple choice questions. Uh, so here are the four choices to choose from, and I should have put them in. Okay, and we weren't playing Bump It or Dump It. We were trying to answer this trivia question here. The who is next in line in the event that the vice president is incapacitated, dies, resigns, or somehow removed from office, who is next in line for the presidency? And your answers, your choices were Secretary of State, Speaker of the House, Secretary of Defense, and Attorney General. And Alex is correct. It is the Speaker of the House who would be next in line for the presidency if the event that the vice president is unable to hold office by some reason, either resigns, dies, becomes incapacitated, is unable to hold office, or is... So wait a minute. So if the President of the United States becomes incapacitated, dies, or resigns, is unable to hold office, or is removed from office, the U.S. Constitution and the Presidential Succession Act of 1947 dictate that the Vice President would then be considered next in line. If the Vice President is removed in similar fashion, then the Speaker of the House would be third in line. So again, Mom, let me give you the question again. So if the president dies or resigns or is unable to remove office, then the vice president takes over. But if the vice president is removed or is unable to hold office in a similar fashion, then who comes next after that? And the answer choices were Secretary of State, Speaker of the House, Secretary of Defense, or the Attorney General. And the answer to that question is the Speaker of the House. So I know that question wasn't really worded in the best way, and again, I'm trying very much to so let me see if we can get a Creed song in here. I'm trying my very best to streamline this process here. Because it's late, we're only going to do 2 Bump It or Dump It songs. So, give me 1 minute here. I had, yep, it is the Speaker of the House. Yes, so that you both are correct. So, just trying to load a Creed song in. So again, because it's late, we're only going to do 2 songs for the Bump It or Dump It segment, and the first one's already loaded in. So let's get started. It's the Speaker of the House. So that's the House of Representatives. So we're going to start tonight's Bump It or Dump It segment with a new one from Rita Ora. You heard her earlier with Fatboy Slim. This is her brand new release. It's called Ask and You Shall Receive. And please let me know what you think of it. Voting begins now. I didn't really expect that violent nature, or at least the nature of that song. Seems like that's really not a favorite. Uh, Upon Alex's request, though, this is new. This is what we're going to be doing. Moving forward, we're going to take requests from listeners. If they have a song they want to share on the show, and then bring it to the floor, and we'll bring it up to a vote. So, per Alex's request, we're going to play a Creed song. This one's my personal favorite of mine. It's called Higher, and we'll see what you think of it. Uh, Voting begins now, and let's take a listen. and that is Creed. As I thought I would get a bump from Alex, so I actually, when others, I try to help others to their higher place situation to get to the point of the song. Yeah, so I figured that's a unanimous bump. Came out of the early 2000s, I believe, and actually, I feel when I listen to it, I feel it's pretty good mashed up with another song from the early 2000s by Fall Out Boy, which is called Sugar We're Going Down. So to close off the show tonight, we are going to play a mashup of the song that you just heard, plus Fall Out Boy's song Sugar We're Going Down. It's called Sugar We're Going Higher. So that's when I hear the song, that's what I prefer to hear, these two songs mixed together. So I'm sorry about the microphone issues, the camera issues, and we'll get that fixed and by the next show. So thank you very much for listening. Mazel tov. I'm signing off, and stay forever living. And Alex, you should also know that we're next Sunday, so a week from tomorrow, my friend Matt and I are going down to New York, and we're going to actually see the New York Yankees play the Tampa Bay Rays. So that should be an adventure. So good night.